Welcome to the Two Tunes Podcast.
Two Tunes.
This is the Two Tunes Podcast.
Two Tunes.
In case you were wondering which podcast.
Two Tunes.
This is the Two Tunes Podcast.
Two Tunes Podcast.
Bo's drunk.
No, I am the one who is not in this room right now.
I'm not either. I'm just very tired. Very, very tired.
Because what time did you go to bed?
Well, I went to bed today. Probably around 3.
Yeah. Let's double check my text messages. So I woke up and then I was like, hey. Oh, at first these songs came across at 8:34 last night.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, I got like 12 hours to listen to these.
I was out to dinner.
And 8 of them were going to be sleeping. So that's 4 hours to listen to these, which is fine. And then you're like, yeah, sure. And then 2:36 came across. It's like, dude, I just realized tomorrow's Sunday. Kind of. And I'm texting back at 8:18, which I assume you didn't get until like 10.
My alarm was set for 10:45.
And then I'm like, sure.
Yeah. I did karaoke, though, last night for the first time in like 2 years.
It's your favorite thing to do.
It's not my favorite thing to
sing
do,
other people's songs.
But it's pretty rad.
And you know what our favorite thing to do on this podcast is?
Play other people's songs?
Talk about other people's songs.
Yeah.
How many specifically?
2.
2.
Because this is the Two Tunes Podcast.
Yes. Oh, wow. Look at those peaks, man. Look at those peaks. Those laughs are hot.
Nice.
Hot laughs. And we're also talking really quietly. Because we're in our school on a Sunday. My school. Yeah. And the other people in this building are... I assume that there's also like janitors in here. And I was really hoping that like they weren't like...
On a Sunday?
I don't know. I think they're like behind. And they're like, dude, we need to work on a Sunday. Because you guys slacked off all summer long.
I know sometimes like the maintenance, like people fixing stuff will be in on weekends because they're just like, no one's here to bother me. I can just do my work.
Yeah. But next week is, what is it? Or like last full week? Maybe? Possibly? I don't know.
Sure.
My freshman orientation is next week.
Yeah, mine's this Wednesday.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Word.
I would be there for yours.
Yeah. Because
my son is a freshman.
Yep.
In your high school.
Correct. Cool.
So anyways, you're first up.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of life?
What?
What's the meaning of life?
I don't know, dude. Sandwiches.
I'm trying to set you up, man. Did you listen to the lyrics?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the song.
It's a great song.
So the artist is Alina Engibaryan. She is of Russian descent, I believe. Yes. So her grandfather was actually like a famous jazz drummer.
Cool.
Yeah.
The drums in here are good.
Nikolai Goncharov.
I like the drums on this song.
Yeah, it's not him though.
I didn't think it was, but imagine.
At least I'm fairly certain. But yeah, so she's on the Ground Up label.
Of course she is.
How I found out about her. And the record...
That of course makes... My of course she is makes sense in the who wrote this song.
Well, who wrote the song, Bill?
It was her and... Is his name Michael?
Michael League?
No, it's not League.
No.
It's Maher.
Mike Maher.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Maz, yeah.
Yeah, he was the... He wrote it.
Yeah, he's a trumpet player for Snarky Puppy and singer in his own right as well.
And does a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah. Have I played him on here yet?
No.
I don't think so.
But we've talked about him.
But then the record was produced by Michael League of Snarky Puppy fame and Ground Up fame and everything else.
We're going to talk about the producer next week.
Yeah. Of
another episode.
Cool. But yeah, it's just I really gravitated to this tune in particular. She does some covers because she is... I think I've played her for my students of like, but is it jazz? Like, because she straddles that line of like, there's like jazz and R&B and pop and other influences and stuff. And excuse me. But yeah, this song in particular, I just really kind of clicked with the first time I heard it. So yeah, we should listen to it. Sorry, man, I'm tired. So that's her on the roads.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
The one article I found, like with like a little bit of information about her, has her listed as hashtag Roads Girl.
Roads Girl?
Yeah. I was like, that's weird, but okay.
Learning, seeking, wishing on a star. Something inherent in this life. One must try finding the meaning in it. Believers.
You look like you're about to say something.
Yeah. And only you could see this because I was like thinking of a good place to stop. Anyways, sounds like could have been Stevie Wonder's song.
She's got, I think she lists him as a big old influence.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
And this one is like, oh, yeah, totally. The harmonies, the timbres.
Even kind of her delivery a little bit.
I was gonna say the same thing. Her delivery.
Yeah,
Wow,
where it's not
sync
like
today.
always necessarily like a very strict,
Oh yeah.
you know, the syllables line up at the same time. It's more storytelling like.
Yep. Just think of Stevie Wonder singing this
Holding hands.
and that chord behind it. It's
Yeah.
like
Sisters digging in the land. Every woman.
I want Stevie Wonder to cover this song.
That'd be dope.
He's going like this.
Composed of stars. We are God's creation. We are from dust to dust.
I love this part of this.
The production, like with her voice.
No, like the lyrics.
Oh yeah.
So the lyrics of, I'd say it's the chorus. It's like composed of stars, and then every time she says "we are of God's creation, from dust to dust, in incarnation, a single blood in everyone." So it's kind of like the whole meaning is like, what is the meaning of life? Who are we? Why are we here? Kind of thing. And she's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And also just those like 3 chords just going back and forth. It changes once the lyrics come in, but
Now some strings.
yeah, and the strings didn't come in right at the second verse.
Yeah.
It came in a little bit later.
Yeah, it was
which
cool.
is like, oh, cool.
Bring me some understanding.
I have to look too at the credits, not on this song, but like I think Chris Potter, the sax player, plays on some stuff on this album too.
Okay.
Which is cool that like he's this like elder statesman in the sax community, and that he would, you know, be like, yeah, man, she's cool. I like her music. I'll play with her.
Every generation, a question.
Leading into a bridge solo, right?
I don't even know quite what keyboard, I guess, but it's got some kind of electronic.
It's probably like it's a synthesizer,
Yeah.
and it could be like
Almost has like a
2 different instruments at the same time.
Sure. But there's almost like a guitar, like you almost hear like a little plucking sound almost.
Oh yeah. But what I'm saying is like it's a keyboard, and then it has multiple sounds playing
Sure.
at the same time. So it's like two. It's like playing 2 instruments at the same time because one of them has kind of a portamento. There's some slidiness going on between it, but then the other one has like a definitive attack.
Yeah. I like that effect again with the strings coming in later.
And then
Pretty sure all those backing vocals are her. But that's
Probably.
cool, like with the different octaves and levels and stuff.
And also that like the structure of this song is very I don't want to say strict, but like it's a pop song. Verse, chorus, bridge, double chorus, where it has like a little bit of an outro.
Yeah.
But it's super simple and super just like this, but complex at the same time.
Yeah.
Like the structure is simple and typical, but like the chords are not.
Yeah.
So it kind of fits
Well,
into
that's the
that.
thing. Like, yeah. So if have to keep something simple in a way.
Yes.
To then allow you to like go nuts on everything else. I think like if the form or whatever was also weird, like maybe everything else would be more simple.
Yeah, because you can't be too weird.
Yeah. It's like even like stuff that's in like odd time signatures and stuff like it. Okay, so you got that going, but then maybe everything kind of like stays similar and like locks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I like that song.
Yeah. Did you listen to anything else?
I did not listen to anything else.
Yeah, she's only, at least as far as I know, I think she only just has the one album out so far. Came out a couple of years ago, but yeah, I really dig it. I like her sound a lot. I really like her voice. Yeah, like I want to hear her do some Stevie because I think she'd sound really good on that. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna look real quick if she has anything else.
Mm-hmm. You do that. You take up your time.
Going to.
And let me fill in the spaces.
Oh, okay. So I'm dumb. She's got an album from 2017, which apparently I did not know about.
Was this just a single? No, this is an album.
No, it's
in
an album.
2018.
So I think though it was like she did the album in 2017. Mm-hmm. Probably got heard, picked up, whatever by the Ground Up folks, and then they did her next album, which came out like almost a year later.
Okay.
Like that was January 2017, and then this album, which is called We Are, was from February 2018. Mm-hmm. So,
and there's like a bonus track that came out last October. That's like just a single.
Oh, My Imagination. Bonus
yes.
track, yeah.
Bonus track.
Cool.
Only one person who doesn't listen to this podcast would get that little joke. So yeah.
Word.
11 minutes.
I'm going to be shorty today.
It's going to be a short one.
That's cool.
It's cool. All right.
Now for an ad from the Sweetie meal from McDonald's.
Do you want to talk to the kids about that?
No.
Okay. We'll take a 2-second break. Break! I don't know why I did that. Anyways, he does that a lot. Why does he do that? Just to fill space and time. Because nobody wants dead air. They just want non-sound. I don't know. Anyways.
So Bo's actually drunk now.
I'm not drunk.
That's the thing that happened.
It is really hot in here. I bet I could probably just open a window and it'd be cooler.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We'll do that maybe later.
Cool.
This will be a short episode. So, I want this platform to be me pimping my bands out.
Cool.
And not my bands. I don't think there'll be a code song on here ever. But like,
I thought about that actually because like,
if you chose it and it'd be like, I could, okay.
No,
Why?
but I was like, I thought about if we did an episode where you play your band and I'd play my band.
Do you have a band?
I did when I was like 19. It's called Code 13.
Oh, and I was the code. And you were Code 13.
Yeah. But we recorded like a 4-track thing of songs that we wrote when I think I was like 19. It's also the only love song I've ever written, Bo, because those are hard.
I mean, if you're in an emo band, I know people can't hear me right now.
I wasn't in an emo band, but I was opening a window.
It's probably not going to help because there's no fan.
A band of my friends.
Yeah. Unless you're in an emo band, writing love songs is easy.
Yeah. Do you want to know where the name Code 13 came from?
Well, you heard my band and you guys were 13, so.
I know. So
you're like, we want to be called the Code, but we're 13. Yeah, Code 13, there you go.
In our elementary school that we all went to, or most of us went to.
Yeah.
Because we all met in high school, or we were friends in high school and stuff.
It's PS13.
No. When someone would throw up, they would call over the announcements like, oh, there's a Code 13 outside the library, and they would call like Larry, the custodian, to come like, please report to the library and like when you're in like kindergarten, first, second, like you don't know what that means. You just hear like an announcement. But then
when you're in 4th and 5th grade, you're just like,
someone as soon
vomited.
as they go Code 13, you're like, ooh. But then when we were in high school, we were in like weightlifting class or whatever together, which meant we were just standing around talking every day.
Yeah.
And
strength and conditioning.
They were like putting this band together, and I was like, I don't know. I think I came up with the name, or like we just kind of thought about it. And we were like, dude, Code 13 would be an amazing band name. And then also because all of our friends would know what it means.
It makes sense. I get it.
Word. All right,
So
dude.
where'd the
What's
name?
your channel?
Okay, so I like to I want to say friends. I've never met these guys at all. Like I've become friends with people on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is my way of like connecting with people, like within musical
You should
things.
go outside and talk to people too sometimes.
I should, but I don't want to
put a
drive
mask
to.
on, but
I don't want to drive to Philadelphia or Seattle or far away. Like I've made connections through Instagram.
yeah.
and like good connections. Like my friend Meg, she's a brewer. So she said something. She posted something on hers, and I didn't. And then I looked. Oh, what does she do? Oh, she's a brewer. Oh, she's a brewer in Pittsburgh. And then I'm like, you want to do a beer collab? Just jokingly saying that, and she's like, yeah, if you're serious. And I'm like, wait, really? You want to do that? It's like, yeah, sure. So we made a beer, and
Nice.
it was because of Instagram. And then I've made friends with Mike Adams, who is a YouTuber, guitar tech, content creator. And then I've become friends with this band Catbite, with the guitar player and the lead singer. I think I'm better friends with Tim, the guitar player. But still, like, we've never met, and like we're internet friends. We're not like real friends, but we could be. And I support his band. His band is awesome. Their band is awesome. And they're from Pennsylvania. They live in Philly. And then I was like, where are you guys? Are you originally from Philly? And they're like, no. And two of the members were, before moving to Philly, they were in Lancaster, which I'm like, oh, that's really close. And it's like, I don't know. I get excited when people are like, Pennsylvania, even though Pennsylvania is huge. It's like, oh, I live in Gettysburg. And I'm like, I know where that is. It's like, instead of like, I live in Fairview, Ohio.
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, okay, cool. You live in Ohio, awesome." But if they're like any random town, but then he said he was from Warren County, which is right up. So there's Erie County. You go south, there's Crawford County, and you go like right. It's like right on the border of New York, Warren County, and it's in the middle of nowhere, like Nowheresville. But I'm like, oh, so you understand winters too?
Yeah.
But they're a ska band. On Bad Time Records, which is my favorite ska band or ska record label because it's the only ska record label. And they're killing it. They just put out a new record called, what is it? Nice One. It's called Nice One.
Yeah, it's got a cool cover.
It does. And it's
Did they or are they playing Music Fest?
I don't
I feel like I saw something about that.
They've been playing. They put out their record like a couple weeks ago, and they like, or maybe it was last week. I don't know. As of this recording, it was like last week, I think. But as of the day this will be released, it was a couple weeks ago.
Right.
But they played like a couple shows, and it was really, really cool as well or cool in my opinion, because the shows are being, you have to have a negative test or a vaccine card to get in.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you don't get in.
Nice.
And it's just like, yeah, if you want to go see shows, go get a test or get vaccinated. But as I did with Reed, I was like, hey, I'm going to have this song on. Do you want to say anything? And they're like, oh, hell yeah. And then I'm just like, anything. Like, what do you want to know? I'm like, anything?
Yeah.
Just tell me stuff. I don't want to like interview you, even though it kind of did. Apparently this song was written, normally it's written by Tim and Brittany, the vocalist, so the guitar player and the vocalist. But this one was written by the bass player. So my meme that I sent people later, or a week ago, wasn't funny. No, I'm joking. It was like, I don't care how many songs Paul McCartney wrote, he's still a bass player.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but this guy wrote a really good song.
That just reminded me. Did you see the Adam Neely Q&A?
Yes, where he's like
guitar players. Blah, blah,
oh my God, I'm going to vomit. Yeah, so Ben is the bass player. I'm like looking through my messages.
By the way, Catbite did play Music Fest.
Awesome. They should play. Where was Music Fest?
It's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's like a big...
I want them to play Harrisburg.
Pretty big deal.
So I can come down.
Well,
and don't have to go very far.
Snarky Puppy's playing Harrisburg, so...
I know, but it's like $75 plus.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm going, dude. I'm ringing in the new year
know.
with Snarky Puppy.
I
It's
know,
happening.
I know.
Anyway. Catbite.
So, it's written by Ben,
the bass player.
the bass player. We'll just go through. I'll pause it a lot because there's like really cool parts that I was like, that's cool. I like that.
Word.
So go listen to this in its entirety without me talking over top of it and pausing it every 2 seconds.
So I will say this is the only tune I've listened to
Out of mine?
of Catbite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
All right, so I just want to stop there because that guitar riff, I'm like, ooh, so did the bass player play that or write that? He's like, no, I wrote that. It's like, okay, that's pretty cool. I like that.
yeah, kind of like surf rock
Yeah.
esque.
They love the reverb.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Are the horns more involved in other tracks?
Some, not all.
Okay.
I think their brand of ska is obviously like upstrokes, fast bass lines, organs.
Yeah, it feels like more like traditional ska or even like reggae, like that kind of.
Yes.
Like horns are not as
Prominent.
or important or whatever word you want to use.
So they are a 4-piece band. Bass, guitar, one guitar, drums, and then Britt Will, she plays keys. But at some of the shows, they had this guy Ernesto play, and he's in. I read just recently, but I forget. It starts with an M. I'm sorry, but he's playing some of these shows, so she's actually just like dancing around, and she's from Fort Lauderdale originally.
Okay.
Which makes me think like, did I meet you way, way, way back in the day? I don't know. Like when we were playing ska shows down in Fort Lauderdale. Anyways, keep going. So that like written by Tim.
I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to say. I don't know how.
That reverb is thick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna.
Bells, chimes, whatever you want to call them.
How could I let you?
And it kind of also reminds me of like early No Doubt. But I mean, maybe that's just because like, oh well, it's a female singer.
Right, yeah.
This part here, this going up part, right? This. That reminds me of a Deer Hunter song off the color spectrum. It's either off of Blue or off of Yellow. I forget which one, but it's like, oh, that reminds me of that thing.
Yeah.
Which is dreamy, beachy. Like we're just sipping margaritas on the beach. I don't know.
Yeah.
Choose your cocktail.
And I won't stay.
Bringing back that guitar hook. And then right after this part right here, I'm like, that's awesome. Like it happens only once, but I'm like, what is that sound? And to me, it sounds like hitting a reverb, like an amp, hitting a reverb, or like, damn it, I can't think of what it's called. And you have an amplifier, it has spring reverb in it, and then you turn up the reverb all the way, but you hit the amp.
Okay.
That is what I said, but he's just like, he has a reverb pedal with springs in it.
Gotcha.
So he smacked that. So it's actually like a pedal with like it's a spring reverb, but it's external.
Gotcha.
And just hit that. So like that's super cool.
Yeah.
And there's more of that going on, but it's like more in the background. And it goes left and right. Not right now, obviously, but and the weird chimes that goes back and forth. It's just so subtle. And it's a little bit thicker, this chorus.
Yeah. I actually have like a slight beef with the glockenspiel sound.
Yeah.
I wish it was more.
Oh,
it almost
okay.
sounds like I don't know, but it almost like who played it or whatever, but it almost sounds like somebody who doesn't quite know exactly how to like properly play them.
Does
Like-
anybody really know how to play?
Yeah, my students do because I tell them.
That's not how you play those.
Well, no, but I mean, so here's what I'm hearing: is it's a very like dead sound.
Oh, like you hit it,
just
but maybe it's a toy. Like maybe it's not a
could
real
be.
glockenspiel.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
it's like
like-
those. Like
yeah.
it's
where there's
what
like
we have,
no resonance on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But it almost sounds like
or hitting it and putting it
like
putting
a
the-
dead stroke kind of thing, like where you just sort of drop the
Okay.
mallet onto the thing and it hits and just
Yeah.
kind of stays there and it dampens the sound. But I want to hear it more like a ping. Like
Yeah,
I wanna
yeah.
hear-
You want
need
it to
like,
ring out.
hit and release and like.
Okay,
so,
I
anyway,
understand.
I just like it's a cool like little thing and it fits the vibe so well, but it just sounds like it does. It sounds like a toy.
But imagine if
and it's in the background.
if it was more, would it take away? And you're
Nope.
like
Not at all.
Okay.
To me, it's taking away because I'm like,
you hear
don't
it.
even play it.
Well, maybe it wasn't supposed to be like
know.
that prominent.
Yeah.
Maybe it was supposed to be just in the background, but because we're like
Yeah.
close listening,
But there's like not enough resonance. I don't know. Which is my tiny little nitpick of the glockenspiel / whatever you want to call it.
sorry,
sound
Catbite.
in the background.
He doesn't like it because you need more resonance.
More glockenspiel. I got a fever. The only prescription
Is more glockenspiel.
Yeah.
And I won't stay.
Even thicker vocals. I mean, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't get thicker, but it feels like it gets thicker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay.
Is this the first track on the album?
No, it's like right in the middle.
Okay. Feels like a middle track, but for some reason I thought it was the first one.
No. And yeah, there it's like, and then we have the horn solo. Yeah, hitting that pedal, and it's going back and forth.
And who's this on the horn? Like, is it somebody in the band, or is it like we brought in this guy or girl? Or whatever?
Just hold on. Okay, so that's Adam Birch, and he played trumpet and trombone. I don't know if it's just on this song or like the whole record. I'm assuming it's the whole record because why would you get a second person to do another
Right.
song if you record the whole thing? But that is Adam Birch.
Yeah, it's an interesting sound to it.
It's far away.
Yeah, it's far away. Like, it sounds like he's down the hallway. It also sounds like they affected it in some way.
They just probably put a ton of reverb on it to kind of get that whole vibe of like we're playing in a room or we're
Yeah.
playing in a dance hall.
But even like, I don't know. There's some other. Can you actually go back a little bit into it?
Yeah, well, I'll just do the whole thing.
There's something. Yeah, there's something on it. Maybe it is just that it's far away and reverb.
It's got a lot of reverb on it.
Because it almost distortion's not the right word, but there's
No.
something about it.
And it's hall reverb.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
and then it's not like, well, we have it close up,
Yeah,
but in the room,
yeah,
it's definitely like far away from them. And here as well. Because it's super far away and buried a little bit. This whole record kind of has a lot of reverb on it, which I dig a lot. It's my favorite effect. And then the fade out. Is that lazy songwriting, Mr. Bittner?
Is that actually what I said?
I don't know if you did. I think you did. I don't know. Now my problem is it fades out, but it doesn't fade out all the way
Yeah,
because when
still pretty prevalent.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Goes into the next track. Or,
That's not the next track, but I think it might actually bleed into the next track. What we heard was not the next track on the record. But yeah, this isn't as short as I thought this was going to be. This episode, we talked a lot about this song.
yeah. I'm intrigued to listen to more of them.
They're getting better. I don't mean that as like they're not that great. They're getting better, but like the second record is a lot better than the first record.
Okay.
And I think like they are getting better as songwriters. I don't know if this is like their second overall release, but I know that this is their second record on Bad Time Records.
Yeah, so I just like pulled them up on Spotify, and oops.
You should. So I looked at their numbers when I discovered them, which was when Cartoon Network talked about them on their one of their episodes. Like, where are all the new ska bands?
Yeah.
It's like, why is, Less Than Jake and Goldfinger and all these bands from the 90s that everybody knows that it's like,
Right.
that's what ska is. It's like, no, I mean, that's ska, but that's not like current ska. And then Jer talked about Catbite. So I looked at them and I'm like, oh yeah, this is really cool. I like these guys. Started following Instagram, talking, like sharing things that they share. They're hilarious. They're so like, I don't know, like they're a product of they are true millennials, if they are millennials. I know they're younger than me, but I don't know by how much. I guess I'm an elder millennial.
Yeah, what do we call geriatric millennials?
Yeah, maybe. We're right around that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but like the whole like 69, and then they'll be like, nice. Like they'll do that type of stuff. They made a Catbite t-shirt, and I don't know what happened or why this happened, but it's Catbite, but then it's 4 large Burger King drinks as the 4th. I don't know why, and I think somebody got it tattooed. I don't know if that was Tim who got tattooed.
Okay.
It's like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand, but it's so hilarious and so awesome. And like, if I had more money, I'd buy, because they made shirts.
Yeah.
I think they made shirts. It looked like they made shirts. I'd buy one. It's just like, why do you have that shirt? Why does it say Catbite and have 4 large Burger King drinks on it? It's like, I don't know, but it is. So just like they'll make merch for stupid stuff that's really hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's just great. They're fun people.
Cool. I'm glad you have fun internet friends, Bo.
Well, talk to them. Talk to people. If they talk back, guess what?
Yeah.
They're a friend. You got a friend on the internet. I don't know. I would not. Yeah, maybe someday we'll meet.
Cool.
We'll
Probably
probably
see them. They were like an hour away.
They are. They're not that
Playing a
far
show.
away.
No, but I mean, like that
in
show in Bethlehem. Like that's not that far.
Yeah, you're right. But then another friend of mine who I do know, who's a real friend, not an internet friend, a real friend who lives in northeastern Pennsylvania. Like we've met through, they would come to our shows when we play. They went to see him. I'm like, oh, you went to see Catbite? That's awesome. It's like, go see this band if they ever come to your neck of the woods. Philadelphia band.
Word.
Great times.
Cool.
All right. Where can people talk to us?
So on Discord, which I just heard as I was driving over here, an ad
For Discord?
Discord, yeah. I was in the middle of a podcast.
Oh,
and,
okay. Yeah.
But it was like, so it's one of those things where like they weren't doing an ad read like most do. It was one of those like where they just like randomly insert an ad.
Okay.
It's already like made by the company or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, an ad for Discord, interesting. And they were like, it's like going down a rabbit hole with all of your friends. And when you land, you're in the app and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is cheesy. This is like when, it reminds me of like on TV when they're like, here's an ad for Google. I'm like, what? And here's an ad for Facebook. I'm like, why are you advertising? Like, I don't know.
Well,
like Discord, I get why Discord would need to advertise, but I'm like,
it's a new thing.
silly.
But anyways, we've got a Discord.
yeah.
And it's like going down a rabbit hole with all your
Going down
friends.
a rabbit hole with all your friends.
I saw a TV ad, or maybe it was just a YouTube ad, but still, it's a video ad for Discord as well. And it was like they're trying to describe what it is. I'm like, it's a message board.
Yeah.
That's a singular topic,
Yeah.
or it's like a Facebook message group.
Yeah.
But anyways, you can join our Facebook message group as well,
Sure.
and Discord, and learn about things that may or may not be coming up, because I got lots of ideas of things and I run it past people at the Discord. And also you can join their conversations about this episode
Word.
and previous and former episodes as well.
Yeah. And find us on Instagram at Two Tunes Podcast.
And if you really want to go and email us,
twotunespodcast@gmail.com.
yep, that's
Question
it.
mark.
So
I'm not actually sure.
it was exactly correct.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll see you next week
See ya.
with
Bo
2 new
is
tunes.
Such a sweetie.
Bye.